Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is exercise 1A, question number 1, and it says, determine whether each of the following is a prime or a composite number. And it has 4 parts. The first part is 87. So we have to check whether 87 is a prime or a composite number. So before discussing its solution, we will see what is a prime number. So a prime number is a number which has only two divisors. Only two divisors. Number 1 and the number itself. As for example, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, and there are so many other numbers which can be divided only by 1 and the number itself. This number 2 is divisible by 1 and the number 2. This number 3 is divisible only by number 1 and number 3. This number 5 is divisible only by number 1 and number 5. 7 is divisible only by 1 and 7. So all of these numbers are divisible by number 1 and itself. So all of these numbers are prime numbers. Now we will see what is a composite number. A composite number has more than two divisors. For example, look at these numbers 4, 6, 9. All of these are composite numbers because as we see 4 is divisible by 1, 4 is divisible by 2, and 4 is also divisible by 4. So there are 3 divisors, 1, 2 and 4. Now look at 6. 6 is divisible by 1, 6 is divisible by 2, 6 is divisible by 3, and 6 is divisible by 6. So 6 has 4 divisors, 1, 2, 3 and 6. Similarly, 9 is divisible by 1, 9 is divisible by 3 and 9 is divisible by 9. So all of these numbers has more than two divisors. So all of these numbers are composite numbers. Now coming back to question number 1 part A, which is 87. Now we will see how can we check that 87 is a prime number or a composite number. So now what can really help us? There are so many things. The first is the square and the square root of a few numbers. For example, here I have written the squares of first 10 natural numbers. 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9. How they are obtained? They are obtained by multiplying the number by itself. For example, 4 into 4 is 16. So that is 4 square is 16. 5 into 5 is 25. So 5 square is 25. So 6 square is 36. 7 square is 49. 8 square is 64. 9 square is 81. And 10 square is 100. Similarly, we can find the square roots. For example, the square root of 1 will be 1. Because if the number, we know the square of a number, we can reversely find it's a square root of the original number. For example, the square of 2 is 4, so the square root of 4 will be 2. So if the square is 3 is 9, the square root of 9 will be 3. Square of 4 is 16, the square root of 16 will be 4. So the square root is a number which is obtained by multiplying itself. By multiplying itself, then we obtain the same original number. For example, 5 square was 25, and the square root of 25 is a number which we multiply with itself to yield 25 to get 25. So the square root of 25 is 5. Similarly, square root 36 is 6, square root 49 is 9, square root 64 is 8, square root 81 is 9, and square root 100 is 10. Now we will see that is 87 divisible by 87 and 1, or also it is divisible by some other number. If it is divisible by some other number, then it's a composite number. But if it's only divisible by 1 and 87, then it's a prime number. So how will we start dividing it, and how will till how long we divide it? So we will see the nearest number, the nearest perfect square of 87. As you can see in this list, 81, after 81 we have 100, which is the next perfect square after 87. So 100, the square root of 100 is 10. So we can see that if we start dividing 87 by some prime numbers, 2, 3, and so on, some other prime numbers, so till how long we have to divide it, till what number we have to divide it. So this list is going to help us. So we have to go till the nearest possible perfect square and its square root, which is 10 in this case, because the nearest possible perfect square to 87 is 100 and its square is 10. So from 2 to 10, we can see what are the different prime numbers. The first one is 2, the next is 3, the next is 5, and the next is 7. So till 100 we have to see how many prime numbers do we have. Till 10 we have to see. Why do we need to see till 10? Because 10 is the square root of that number, which is the next perfect square of 87. So we have got the 5 prime numbers, 2, 3, 5 and 7, and now we will divide 87 by 2, 87 by 3, 87 by 5 and 87 by 7. If it is divisible by any of these numbers, then it will be a composite number, and if it is not divisible by any of these, it will be a prime number. So now we need to learn another thing, and these are the divisibility rules of the numbers. So as we need to divide 87 by 2, 3, 5 and 7, so we need to know the divisibility rules of 2, 3, 5 and 7. The divisibility rule of 2 is that the unit digit of the number must be an even number. For example, 48. Now in 48, this is the unit digit and it is an even number, so it's divisible by 2. So it means 48 is fulfilling the requirement of the divisibility rule of 2. So 48 is divisible by 2, right? So now if we see the divisibility rule of 3, its rule is the sum of the digits of the number which we want to see is divisible by 3 or not, that number, and we will take its digits and then we will sum the digits. That sum must be divisible by 3. For example, if we choose 93 and we want to see that is 93 divisible by 3 or not, I will just add 9 and 3 and I'm getting 12, and yes, I know that 12 is divisible by 3. So if 12 is divisible by 3, it means 93 is also divisible by 3. So 93 is fulfilling the requirement of the divisibility rule of 3. The divisibility rule of 5 is that unit digit must be 0 or 5. For example, 50. For example, 95. The digits at the unit place are 0 and 5. So these numbers are divisible by 5. And the divisibility rule of 7 is double the unit digit, then subtract from the remaining digit, and the number that we obtain, that must be divisible by 7. For example, 91. If I double this unit digit, it becomes 2. I'm doubling 1. Doubling 1 means 1 into 2, it is 2. So I will subtract it from the rest of the digit, which is 9. So when I subtract, it is 7, and yes, 7 is divisible by 7. So this is the divisibility rule of 7. Now coming back to the part A, 87. So we will see that is 87 divisible by 2? No, because the unit digit of 87 is not even. Now we will see that is 87 divisible by 3. So I need to check that is 8 plus 7 is divisible by 3. Yes, 15 is divisible by 3. So 87 is divisible by 3. By the divisibility rule we have come to know. So if let us check. 3 2s are 6. The remainder is 2. 7 is shifted and 3 9s are 27. So 87 is divisible by 3. So 87 is divisible by 3. So 87 was also divisible by 1, by 87, and now it is also divisible by 3. So it has more than 2 divisors. So 87 is composite number because it has more than 2 divisors. Every number is divisible by itself. So 87 is divisible by itself. Every number is divisible by 1, so 87 is divisible by 1. And this number is also divisible by 3, so it has more than 2 divisors. It is divisible by 1, by 8, by 3, by 87, and we can see that it is also divisible by 29. From here we can see that it is also divisible by 29, because 3 multiplied by 29 is 87. So it has more divisors. It has divisors 1, 3, 29 and 87. So it's a composite number. In addition to all this, we can also learn from this solution that what are the factors of 87. So we can say the factors of 87 are 1, 3, 29 and 87. So 87 has 4 factors. 87 has 4 divisors. So it's a composite number. We can also say that the divisors of 87 are 1, 3, 29 and 87, because factors and divisors are the same thing, and 87 has 4 divisors, 87 has 4 factors, so it's a composite number.